So this is the 500. What year is this? 18?
Huh?
Is it 2018?
That's
18 500. And the CB500X. Don't they have a CB500F too?
Yeah, I think so. Matter of fact, you can't find the X on the.
As I say, I don't think I've seen the X.
Not enough.
Yeah, see this one. I like the way this one sits though too. It's really comfortable. Like the seat on it. It's it's similar to that, just not like that one. I don't know what the seat's made of. It's like some kind of amazing foam. But this one you can tell is just a cheap seat. What? Hey, your clutch I think needs adjusted on that though, because you let it out pretty far before it actually grabs. Yeah, like this one, like there, you can feel it grabbing. That one you have to like let it out to like right there to actually grab. And I noticed that the thing could be adjusted, unless that's how you like riding with it. Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot because okay, yeah. Okay, so this is the CB, I believe, and I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong, guys. This is the first time even getting on this bike, but CB500X. Yeah, I have to do a little bit of research. I don't think I've ever seen the X. I've always seen the F. So this one's a more of a mix between a sport bike and a beginner bike, if that makes any sense to you guys. So it's got, the power still. Yeah, it's still got some power. It's still a good moving bike. But it's a plain Jane. It's a fun bike. If you wanted to, let's say you've only ridden like dirt bikes, you haven't really done a whole lot of riding. Well, this one rides similar to almost like a moped. Like I can almost turn it just by leaning, rather than using like a inverted pushing method that a lot of people use for when you're racing. So instead of like using your arms to rotate, you can actually get this thing to turn just by leaning. So I think that's a huge factor when somebody that's new wants to start riding. That's a huge factor, is they're scared to turn, and this bike makes turning it makes it really easy on the rider. So I think this would be a really good beginner bike. It's comfortable. You can tell it's not obviously going to be like the fastest bike there is, and to really get the power band's going to be like around 4,000 and up. But it's still a fun bike. I mean, this is one of those bikes you can cruise around town and just start, it'll really easy and just cruising with it would be fun. Now, this one is a lot different from the MT-09 and the Triumph. Is the wind, even with this big windshield, there's still a lot of wind going on around you, which if you're not traveling 100 miles a day, this is perfect. It's got great gas mileage. I think we got a little over 75 miles a gallon on it. I'm sure you can even do better if you aren't, whiskey throttling it everywhere. But it's going to be hard not to on this bike, because it's, when you're in those low speeds driving around town, you want to just get it. So, first impressions is the seat is comfortable. I think it's not really so much the seat that's comfortable, just how it's designed width-wise makes it comfortable. It's a really hard foam still. But this bike is really new, so it's only got 1,800 miles on it. So it could wear in and get even more comfortable, more, I don't know what the word is, elastic, and more bouncy. So, all in all, this bike is a lot of fun. All right, let's give it some down through here. Let's see, where's our gear? I don't think it has even a gear indicator. Oh yeah, you can do wheelies on this bad boy. Woo. Yeah, so I mean, I think this is probably one of the best options for a beginner bike. Like, a lot of people are buying the Honda Grom, and a lot of people are buying the, you know, those like stretched out mopeds, or even the R3. I mean, a lot of people are buying those style of bikes, but this bike is actually a lot more comfortable. And if you're buying a bike because you're new at it, you're new at riding, this bike makes riding easy. As to where even the R6 or the R3, I'm sorry, the R3, you know, it's bred around a race breed bike, I guess I want to say, right? So, getting a little bit. There's 60. Yeah, I mean, this thing will keep going. I don't know the top speed or anything like that. I'll put that in the video, or in the link down below. But so this bike is, you know, it's fun. It's something that you can get and not grow out of it within, you know, a couple months. I do think after about 2 seasons of riding this bike around, you'll feel confident enough to be able to start looking and pursuing something that's maybe a little bit quicker, a little more sportier. But the thing is, this bike's going to hold its value really well in that time. So it makes complete sense to go with something like this. You know, you're gonna ride the shit out of it. You're gonna put, you know, 6,000-7,000 miles on it in 2 seasons, if not more, and you're still gonna be able to turn and sell it likely for close to what you bought it for. This one actually is one that is for sale. I believe he's asking $6,000 for this. So I'll put that, if you guys are interested in it, you can just direct message me, and I'll let you know if it's still available. If it's gone, I'll put that in the notes below. So it does have adjustable shocks. The guy that rode this, we adjusted it way down low. For the shorter rider, which actually fits me perfect now. So I'm 5'7", and you can see, touch with both very easily. These bikes are super easy to lift and lower, super easy. Right here, you just got the bolts up here to bring them up, raise them down in the front forks, and in the back there's just a link that we actually we made custom ones to lower this one. But you can buy them off Amazon for, you know, $30. So there's 60, there's 70. I mean, it's a fun bike. You know, it doesn't have a quick shifter like the Triumph, and it doesn't have, you know, gobs of power that is almost scary. But it has enough power to be a fun bike. You know, you can get comfortable on it, and you can start doing wheelies. I'm not going to do any on this bike just because it's not my bike. But you can do wheelies on it easy. First and second gear wheelies. You can, or maybe you're not even interested in that, right? Like let's say you're over that phase, or you never had that phase, and you just want a bike that's a pretty comfortable bike to ride, and something to get you to A and B and save you a ton of money in gas. This bike does that. This bike does that for you. It is a very comfortable riding bike. It doesn't have cruise control or anything like that, but it does. I have seen a few different locking throttles that you can get for it to give it that ability. I mean, guys, it doesn't get any better than this. You know, it's got plenty of room for a comfortable, and it's even got handles for the passenger. I mean, it's got tons of room. Super comfortable seat. Mirrors are amazing on it. It's got plenty of power for, you know, especially for somebody who's starting out. Again, you know, if you're seasoned and you're coming from like you know, super hyper bikes, I don't recommend this bike at all. But if maybe you're a Harley guy and you know, you're just looking for something that's a little different to cruise around on, this is a great bike. I mean, it's fun, a lot of fun. So I really enjoy it. I enjoyed the ride. Super comfortable. You know, it doesn't take the bumps like a Triumph or anything. You know, those Triumphs, the shocks on those are amazing. The MT-09, when you soften those shocks up, those are super good. But yeah, it's a nice bike. I really like it. What we got going on up here? Some photos. Caution, children at play. I'm gonna pass through. I'm taking some photos. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, this bike's fun.